What's up, YouTube? Israel back into the quick video. Today, I wanted to talk about a new line I just came across. I've been hearing a little bit about it here in the groups in passing. Actually, my buddy Brandon, Art of Fragrance, if you guys check out his channel or not, he told me about this a while back. I kind of just passed him over, didn't really think much about him. He said he didn't really like them that much, and longevity, there's some issues with that. So I kind of took his word for it. Yesterday, I was after lunch. I had some errands to run, and I ran by a particular store with this line and wanted to try them out for myself, and actually liked a couple of them. And I tried some. I sprayed I sprayed like my arm here and my hand. There's 5 in the line, so I kind of found spots, and I found one that kind of stood out amongst the rest. And they actually gave me a sample pack here. It is the Banana Republic Icon Collection. So there's 5 in the line, like I mentioned before. The first one is 78 Vintage Green, 83 Leather Reserve. There's 17 Oud Mosaic, 90 Pure White, and 06 Black Platinum. And I believe these the numbers referring to a year. So every fragrance is supposed to be depicting a certain year, I guess. I don't really know too much more than that, really. But I smelled them, and a couple of them stood out more than the others. Here is the sample set that I had. I ended up picking up one today, actually, because I was just really wanting it. I was trying to work out a swap with some folks online, and couldn't come up with a deal. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go pay the extra money, and go. That's one of the common mistakes that most of us make in the fragcom is we'll just say forget about it. We'll just pay the extra money and just go pick it up because it's like right down the street at somewhere we can just get it. That way we don't have to wait for shipping and all that other stuff. So I fell for that and just paid the extra money and picked up a bottle of Vintage Green. Here's the box. Now, I would classify these as cheapy but good fragrances because I think these are like niche quality. Obviously, people are going to say, oh, whatever, it's just because, they're Banana Republic, you don't think. But, these are pretty good. These are pretty good. I tested most of them out, and I think I got 3 of them that had really good longevity on my skin. One of them being the Oud Mosaic, I believe, was the one that might have lasted the longest. But the Pure White is another one that lasted kind of a long time for it being a fresh scent. But man, the freshest one I could find was Vintage Green. That's one that I picked up today. And man, I mean, I'm not trying to say it smells exactly like it, but the opening reminded me of Pure White Cologne by Creed, and that's probably one of the best fresh citrus openings in the game, in my opinion. That one just doesn't last at all. Literally, like it costs like $700 for a flacon of it. With the spray flacon, and it lasts like 30 minutes. It's terrible. Like for the money, it's awful. Now this one doesn't smell that much like it. I'm saying that the opening of it reminded me because it's very sharp, very citrusy. And man, I sprayed it on my hand around 3 o'clock. Yeah, about 2:30, 3, something like that. And after I got home later on that night, around 11:30 or 12, I mean, I even washed my hands a couple of times since then. I could still smell the dry down, like the musk. On my hand, and it still had like some sweetness to it, which means it spoke for the longevity. And I only put on 2 sprays on my hand, and again, this hasn't been really road tested. I can't say exactly how much projection, but I was getting wafts of it here and there, that was just a hand test. But I mean, obviously, it was good enough for me. I've done that. I've been doing the hand test for years, so obviously, it's worked over the years. And I picked up a bottle, so these are $48 before tax. Which I think for this presentation and for the bottle and for the juice, I think it's totally worth it. I think you can call it a cheapie but goodie because I mean for that price, it's around $50. You're getting a decent quality fragrance and you're getting a really nice presentation. I think Brandon told me that whenever he first picked up a couple of them, they were half off. And he tells me they have sales all the time. So if you guys just kind of hold off and just wait, or maybe talk to a store and ask them when their next sale is going to come up, you can probably get this one half off. He bought 2 of them for the price of 1 that day, so I didn't want to wait for that. So he even got mad at me. He's like, man, you should have waited for a sale. I'm like, didn't want to talk about this one now. So Vintage Green. So this is going to be sort of an unboxing too. I'll go ahead and show you the presentation. So obviously here's the box with the plastic on it. I'll go ahead and open it from the bottom. See how fast I can do this. Now these come, I guess the biggest bottle they come in are standard. They're 75 mil, 2.5 ounce bottle. But I think they do have a little bottle that I think it's 15 to 20 mil. I believe it's 15, but don't quote me. I know for sure it's 15 or 20. One of those two. So here is the box. and it kind of opens up from the side, sort of like Zerjov. The Zerjov Kasmarati line kind of opens from the side. I believe some other ones do of their line as well. So you open it up, and here's the box, obviously, the sleeve, and here's the presentation. Now, maybe I'm late to the party with these because I think a lot of people have already talked about these, but I just discovered them, so I'm talking about them now. So yeah, so here you get here's the box, cool cutout. I mean, it's very reminiscent of a Zerjov or even a Frederick Mall box. This is pretty high quality stuff here. It's thick cardboard, it's not cheap. And here's the bottle. Nothing too fancy, but to me, less is more when it comes to fragrances. I love plain bottles. So I probably would have rather seen this maybe up here, but it doesn't really. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's a beautiful bottle, very thick glass. Has like this rubber washer grommet thing here at the on the base there of the nozzle, and here is a heavy cap, not magnetic I don't believe, but it's still sturdy, very heavy. Plastic on the inside, got some metal on there, but yeah, so this is a pretty decent presentation, I believe. We'll go ahead and go over the notes on this one. So this is Banana Republic 78 Vintage Green. It's considered a floral woody musk. It is a woody scent with leafy undertones, capturing a fantasy of travel. Celebrates the originality and the freedom of expression, voice and vision unique to the cultural landscape of 1978, the year Banana Republic was founded. Don't know about any of that. I was born in 1980, so I couldn't even tell you what it smelled like back then, or what that felt like. My brother might tell you, he was born in 78. So anyway, the top notes are bergamot, leafy greens, mandarin, magnolia, jasmine green tea, fig, cedarwood, musk, and vetiver. Really like the notes in this one. I don't really get too much fig in there. I do get the green tea. I do get the bergamot and the leafy greens and the mandarin. Like, it's very citrusy to my nose. You get some of the earthiness too from the vetiver. Now, on here, they're still fairly new. Not a lot of people are talking about them, I guess, on Fragrantica. There's a couple of good here and there, but I'm getting sort of mixed results. Some people say that they got good projection and good longevity. Other people say they didn't, and don't waste your money. To me, I got good longevity with this one, decent projection with this one. And that was just coming off my hand. So I'll give myself a couple of sprays. Yeah, very sharp citrus opening. Like I said, reminiscent of Pure White Cologne by Creed. Again, not saying it smells exactly like it, not like that. I'm just saying it reminded me of that sharpness, that sharp, pungent citrus note that has. Very leafy, very green, very almost grassy. Yeah, this has it. And whenever I smell something like that, that just automatically makes me think, okay, I got to see how this works. Yeah, I guess I can get a little bit of that fig, but it's getting fruity. So after a few minutes, it starts to get fruitier, and that's why this is why its base is unisex, I think, because the fruitiness kind of gives it a feminine vibe, but it's not too much. Like, it's right down the middle. But yeah, after a while, it gets sweeter, it gets fruitier, and then after like a few hours, the musk starts to come out. But man, this one actually developed quite a bit. It changed over time, obviously, because that's what I meant by develop. But a lot more than that. The Creed one that I'm referring to. I mean, the reason why I keep going back to that one is because the opening reminded me of it. But that thing is so expensive. The Pure White Cologne is so expensive. It's so outrageously expensive. 75 mil, I think it's like almost $400 at Nordstrom. That's ridiculous. And it doesn't even last as long as this stuff. And this stuff is like, it's Banana Republic, right? You think Banana Republic, I've tried some of the Black Walnut and Slade and a couple of their other classic. Those things don't last for anything. These actually have a little bit of longevity. So, man, I think you guys they have testers there. Try them out. They actually sell a little sampler pack too. I think has like 10 or 15 mil little vial samples of all of them, maybe 10 mil. Heck, it might be even 5 mil. But it's like $38 and you get all 5, and it comes in a little travel atomizer. I got this for free. I got this one for free. I just asked the sales lady, and they didn't have a lot of them, so I don't even know if she was supposed to give me this or not. But I think it was even used whenever I got it, because the juice levels were kind of like, not the same level. But yeah, so I'm glad I have this one, vintage green. It's, again, if it's summer's, we're still. I'm here in Texas. Summer still. We got another, month and a half, 2 months before it starts getting a lot cooler. So I'm really going to enjoy this one and wear this one a lot. I mean, for 48 bucks, I'm going to just spray the crap out of it. Just wear this stuff every day and see how it works. I mean, again, it wasn't an impulse buy. In a sense, it was, because I didn't wait for a sale on it, which apparently happens all the time. But man, it's 48 bucks. I mean, come on. I already like it. I like the fragrance. I'm planning on wearing it. I could easily, use this stuff as a signature scent, a daily scent. But this stuff smells good. Yeah. So you guys give this one a try. It's my recommendation. They have testers at the store, so when you're there, try Vintage Green. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already tried these because you guys are in Fracom. You guys know the game. Probably heard about these already. But this is my favorite so far. I think the next one I'm going to get might be the Pure White that has like a green tea note in it. It's a little more feminine, but it's still really fresh. Has that nice green tea that I really appreciate. And the next one I believe was Leather Reserve. That one has like a sweet, kind of opens up, I can't even explain it. It kind of reminded me of a Frederick Malle fragrance, a little harsh at the beginning. Almost had a bit of a Royal Mayfair type of eucalyptus sort of menthol-y kind of opening, even though I don't even think there's in there. I think there's like pine or fir in it. But something in the leather reserve gave it like that camphor kind of smell. But it died down and turned into this really nice, sweet leather fragrance that I was actually thinking, I just don't know if it'd be much of a crowd pleaser, but I liked it, so but it's either going to be Pure White or Leather Reserve for my next one. But again, guys, try all of them. I mean, let me know what you think about these. Have you guys tried this line? Do you own any of these? Which one's your favorite? Let me know down in the comments below. Yeah, so that is my little unboxing mini little review of Vintage Green. I really happy I got this in my collection because I've been wanting a new freshie. I think the last freshie I got was a MFK, and I'm probably gonna do a video on these soon. But those aren't cheap, so those definitely aren't cheapy but goodies. But anyway, guys, thanks again for watching my videos. Thanks again for subscribing, for liking, all the thumbs up, and all the comments, guys. I'm trying to get back to everyone. I've just been so busy lately, I just don't really have the time to. But thanks again, guys, for everything, and I will get back to you on another video. Until the next one, thanks a lot.